Drumming friends, what's up? I'm Jae Sinnett. For my drum session today, I want to take a look at the incredible Vinnie Colaiuta, a track Vinnie played years ago with Sting called 7 Days. And I believe it's on Sting's 10 Sumner's Tale recording. Not totally sure on that, but I think so. But the track is called 7 Days. Now, while the song title is 7 Days, the song is actually played in 5, in 5/4 or 5/8, however you want to look at it. I'll say this about Vinnie. Vinnie is one of the most metrically sophisticated drummers I've ever heard play, man, or that's ever played. Remarkable sophistication in his rhythmic complexity, in his rhythms, in his grooves. Highly intelligent, but that said, it's not an intellectual exercise with Vinnie because he puts deep emotional content behind these grooves. There's a lot of soul and passion and deep commitment, man, in these grooves. So while they are very intellectual in their structure and design, there's some soul underneath these rhythms and these grooves, man. So, you know, the bottom line is you can play all this stuff, but it's how you make it feel ultimately, okay? So let's break down his groove a little bit on 7 Days. He's playing in 5, and to play odd meters effectively, you really have to understand subdivisions. Since we're in 5, I look at subdivisions in 5 in 2 different ways. Either a 2 and, or groupings of 3 and 2 or 2 and 3, depending on the feel and the motion and the movement of the song. Look at 2 and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1. The and would fall on the last beat, the 5, the 5th beat. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. That's one way of looking at a subdivision in 5/4. Now let's look at the groupings of 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Or 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I believe Vinnie is looking at this, we're approaching 7 Days from a 3/2 subdivision perspective. Okay, you with me so far? Now let's look at the groove. In 5/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little bit slower, 3, 4, 5. His bass drum, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Right? His cross stick on the rim or the snare hit falls on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you were to try to look at this in a 2 and subdivision grouping, a little tricky, but let's see if we can play that. 1, 2, and 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 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1. See what I mean? A little strange. 3/2 grouping. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay? 3/2 or 2 and, whichever way you're comfortable with. But that's the case with all odd meters, subdivisions. You have to be able to understand the subdivisions. Now, here comes the complexity, right? I mean, that is kind of tricky, but then he adds to it with the hi-hat. Vinnie has a unique way of approaching some of these odd meters by having the foundation of the hi-hat part of the rhythm with half notes, which creates an over-the-bar feeling. And the one down becomes every other bar. So if you look at 5/4 with the half notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. See what I mean? Every other bar, the one is on the down one beat. So let's look at the half note while playing the bass drum part and the cross stick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. You with me so far? But it's pretty cool how it comes together though, right? Now, here's one more addition to this groove. Now, this is very interesting because Sting, as I understand it, was kind of hearing a little triangle kind of percussive groove. If you think about the triangle, I'll try to use the bell as the symbol. What Vinnie was doing, and what Sting probably wanted him to do, was try to get that rhythm of the triangle on the hi-hat, have him play that on the hi-hat. So it's kind of tricky because, again, it goes over the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Now let's play the snare hit or the cross stick and the bass drum with that triangle type groove on the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Vinnie Colaiuta, man. I mean, and that's the gist of this rhythm for 7 days. And then he'll switch to the snare a little bit. Then he'll go to the ride cymbal. Trying to have some fun with it. Again, very complex, man. But when you get it down and you start understanding the concept, you can have a lot of fun with it. But you have to be careful with this groove, man, because there are so many. It's such a unique use of set independence and metric shifting and over the bar phrasing and all these things, man. And again, the roots of being able to play odd meters effectively, you have to understand subdivisions. Because if you're busy playing and trying to count every beat, you know, every quarter note or every eighth note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Subdivision. And the same concepts work for 7, like 2 and would be 5, 3 and would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Same concept with 9. It would be 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 11 would be 5 and. You got it. Just one way I approach Subdivision, man. And taking a look at Vinnie Colaiuta today, the incredible Vinnie Colaiuta, man. He's you know, one of my all-time favorite drummers, man. Just so highly creative, beautifully creative. Just the way he thinks and approaches rhythm, and he always thinks between the cracks, man. I mean, there's so much at his disposal, and that's what I love. I mean, I love drummers and musicians that have a fantastic arsenal, if you will, of highly sophisticated and creative ideas, but you play the stuff with some deep soul, passion, and commitment. That's my drum session for today. I'm Jae Sinnett, and hope you enjoyed my little explanation of Vinnie Colaiuta's rhythm from the Sting track 7 Days. We'll see you again soon with some more drumming ideas. Thanks for watching. Take care.